pregame.com.
We're back at pregame.tv. We're going to preview Harvard at Arizona. We've got a 14th seed against the number 6, and Harvard, they pulled the shocker VR. They knocked off New Mexico.
The mathletes got it done, baby. The mathletes got it done.
New Mexico, everybody, that was everybody's darling, Mountain West Conference, we're here. This is UNLV country, and we've heard all year everybody loved the Mountain West Conference, and so far, they've not been doing too good.
Boise couldn't get in. Yeah. New Mexico couldn't win a game against a 14 seed. UNLV got ousted. The only team, Colorado State. That's it.
Well, San Diego State's playing today, so they still have a shot. But this is going to be my free pick. And the one thing I'm going to say to you before I'll throw it to you and get your breakdown, how much of the game on Thursday night do you think New Mexico just came in here, took a look at a Harvard team that came out of a very weak Ivy League, get the automatic bid, obviously, but it wasn't a dominating. Usually there's like one or two teams that just tower over them. I mean, this team had 9 losses. It wasn't an over, dominating in that soft schedule that they play. I think New Mexico was still celebrating the fact that they came into Las Vegas on UNLV's floor in the championship game and swatted UNLV away in front of their fans. I think they took Harvard for granted.
And who could blame them? All you heard about all week leading into the big dance is how down the Ivy League was this season, and this may be one of the worst Harvard teams in the last couple years, because Harvard's actually won 3 straight years, the Ivy League, but they're saying this was Amaker's probably worst group because they're only 5 deep. If you look at this team, they go 5 deep plus 1 more. That's it. 6 guys. If one guy fouls out, everyone else is playing the whole game, unless you're going to move down the kids that don't play more than 2 minutes a game. So they have nothing on their bench. And I think that's exactly what happened. I mean, you got to give this team credit. They played hard, and they played smart, which isn't surprising. They played smart, but they played hard from start to finish. But I do agree with you that New Mexico definitely got caught overlooking them and looking ahead. I think if Harvard had a better season, if they were a little more dangerous coming into this, then New Mexico would have gave them a more focused effort. But I think they looked at them and said, look, this team doesn't have an offense. They don't have a defense. They don't have a bench. They're one of the shortest teams in the entire tournament. And like you said, we just smacked UNLV in UNLV, and the Mountain West is second in RPI.
Right.
This is nothing. Let's get ready for the Saturday game. Well, you ain't playing on Saturday, so now you're home watching Harvard.
All right. Well, this is my free pick, so let's make it official. All right, guys, look at this game, and I got to say, Harvard, they did catch New Mexico looking right past them. Harvard shot 52% from the field against New Mexico. That's not going to happen again, not against this Arizona team. I've been down on the Pac-12 this year. I'll admit it. I don't think this conference is that strong. But Arizona is one of the stronger teams out of that conference, and they have played very well in spurts this year. They're not going to take this Harvard team for granted. Also, Arizona, they are coming off a great shooting game. They shot 57% from the floor in their last game, and they went 9 of 17 from three-point range.
I had them in the first game. I'm going to bet them again. I love them over
This
Harvard.
is a situation, the one thing that you brought out, VR, which was a great point, is about the Harvard depth. You can hide that in the first game, and you had a lead, you were playing with the lead, and you're milking the clock. Now you come right back, you got the day in between, but now you're going to be exposed. You're going to get the full attention of Arizona.
Against one of the tallest teams in the whole tournament.
They're not going to get many rebounds, and they're not going to shoot as well as they did 2 games in a row. I see Arizona. They're going to get that lead early, and then when they get into the second half, and Harvard's got to start forcing the issue and shooting some trays to get back into the game, it's going to be one and done because they're not going to get the rebound off the glass. Arizona will extend this lead, and Arizona will put them away. I've got Arizona winning this game by 15 points or more. And the one thing that Harvard benefited from the other night, New Mexico was ice-cold shooting in that game. It was one of the worst games for New Mexico all year shooting the basketball. Harvard gets it done on Saturday.
You mean
Arizona gets it done against
14,
the Harvard.
so I agree with you.
I've got them winning by 15 or more. more. Let's take Arizona. That's my free pick. We've got one more video for you guys. We're going to come back. We're going to preview Sunday's game, Illinois against Miami, the roller coaster. Illinois
almost had to change the video.
It was a situation. We'll tell you about that one in a moment. Great story with that one. We'll be right back.